Hey gamers, Stogie here, and welcome to my first part of a two-part commentary series on Titanfall. And what I'm going to be discussing today is the good. So part 2 is obviously going to be the bad, but you know, this is a beta, so everybody's probably wondering what's good about Titanfall. Should I be getting this game, and what's bad about it? So I'm going to be giving my opinion after playing the game for probably 5 or 6 hours and watching it on Twitch TV for quite a few more. So the good, let's get started. Number one, I'd say that this game has going for it is extremely fluid gameplay. This is from the developers of the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. Very well known for fluid gameplay. They brought it in this. There is a lot of fluid gameplay, and coupled with that is some fresh movements. So you have like a bodysuit that lets you run on walls and double jump. Really fresh movements in this game. It feels like nothing I've ever played before. It kind of feels like a combination of Crisis or Halo with some mechs. So definitely the movements are something that this game definitely has going for it. I would say that the simplified but customizable class builds too. Not that everything's in the game already, because it's not. This is just a beta, but you can see that the classes are not like overly complex. There's not like a pick 20 or anything. It's just pick your primary, pick your launcher, pick your secondary, a couple perks to go with your guy, and a grenade, and you're done. So I think that that's a good thing for FPSs going forward. Dying when I'm playing this game. So you guys know me. I play a lot of FPSs. I'm very critical of how well I do in FPS games. And when I'm playing this game, I honestly don't even think about dying. I could really care less. I just feel like it's non-stop action, so when you die, you just spawn right back in and get back in the action. I really don't care how much I die, and I think that's pretty interesting. I don't know whether to say that that's something new for me in Titanfall. It sure seems like it, because I'm always paying attention to how well I do in games, and in this game, I feel like I'm doing well even when I'm doing bad. It's kind of funny. So I think that that's a very positive thing this game has going for it. Let's say large maps that feel small. And by that, what I mean is these maps are very large, but there's so much action. There's so much action going on that you do not feel like you're on this huge map. It doesn't feel like Battlefield, where you have to run for 10 minutes sometimes to get in the action. There's just tons of action going on, and you're always in the thick of it. Another really cool thing that I was worried about with this game, but actually turned out to be a really big positive after playing the beta, is the Titan and pilot balance. You can get whatever kind of gameplay you want. You can play on foot as a pilot for the whole game, and no one's going to stop you, and you're going to do well, and you're going to have fun. Or you can play in a Titan and do really well. And then the Titan versus pilot combination is pretty balanced, man. I gotta tell you, if you're a pretty talented pilot, you can get up on top of these Titans and wreak some havoc on them, make them jump out of their Titan and try and find you standing on their head, and if you jump off at the right time, you can kill them. And then it's a really neat balance, and so far I have been extremely pleased with how it's worked out. I do not think that the Titans are overpowered whatsoever. I think that actually the Titan pilot balance is really cool. Now, it'll be interesting to see when the full game actually comes out and we get to start to see what other Titans are in the game, what other things the pilots can put in their arsenal to combat with Titans. So I think it'll be really interesting to get the full game. But for what they've shown us in the beta, which we got to think is probably a decent representative sample of what's going to be in the game, I really like it. I think that the balance is great. Another thing this game has going for it is connection. The connection is pure in this game, and this is a beta, man. The servers have been down because so many people have been trying to get in the beta, but when they're up, they have been really good, and they are going to have dedicated servers using Microsoft's Azure cloud service on Xbox One and Deddies with PC, so that's another good thing this game has going for it. I've played without Deddies and I've played with Deddies, and it seems to make a really big difference in connection when you just have those dedicated servers. So I think Titanfall's got a winner there. So one of the other things I think is awesome about this game, and probably the coolest thing, is Titan versus Titan fights that end in you ripping the pilot out of the Titan. And I'm going to do that right here. You're going to see it. You just feel so freaking badass when you do this. Look at that, dude. I just rip him out of there and chuck him to the side. Like, that is... I don't know any game I've ever played where something that cool can happen on a regular basis. So, and the final thing I have to say about this game is I think you can still have fun and feel like you win a game even when you lose it. which I've never had that feeling before. So right now, my team lost this game, right? And look at my mini-map. You see our spaceship to take off is right above me. I do probably the coolest thing I've done in this game so far right here at the end. I bait these Titans in. I bait them all into the corner knowing that our ship is right there. And I have nuclear Titan set on. So I get them all in here, get this thing to the point where I'm going to eject out, and I shoot straight in the sky, eject, take them all out with the nuclear bomb, destroy them, and get in this thing and go away. Now tell me, how badass is that? So guys, I'll see you in part 2.